Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, this is my second video and it consists of this look. So if you like it or want to see how to recreate it, then just keep watching. Okay, so I'm going to be going in with my Morphe 35S palette, and the first color I'm going to be using is this yellow color. This is going to be my oh my god, I can never say this word, transition shade, and I'm just going to keep building up that color. Now I'm going in with this emerald green color, and that's going to be the first color that I use in my crease, and I just keep building up the color as well. Now to deepen that, I'm going to be using this much darker green color, kind of like a forest green, and I just put that in my crease also, and I keep using that color to deepen the look. After further deepening that color, I'm going to go in with this green shimmer, and when I apply it, I use a flat brush, and before I apply the color, I actually wet the brush so that the color comes out more pigmented, and I'm just putting that all over my lid and then just building up that shimmer. After that, I'm going in with this goldish color, but it has like a green undertone, and I'm putting that in the center of my lid just so that the color, the eyeshadow just looks more vibrant, and it kind of adds dimension to the eyeshadow. I did the other eye off camera, and then I went in with some lashes, and I used my Cocoa lashes in the name Amor. And now I'm priming my face with my Professional Primer by Benefit. And I just put this in my T-zone. Okay, now I'm going in with my other primer, and this is a Too Faced Primed Poreless Primer, and I'm going to be putting this on the rest of my face. And now, kind of just to set all of that, I'm going in with my Smashbox primer water, and I'm just spraying that all over my face before I go in with concealer. And then this is my Makeup by Design concealer palette, and I just kind of conceal any little acne spots that I have on my face before I go in with foundation. It just kind of helps cover up all the blemishes or like red spots that I have on my face. Okay, so now I'm going in with my Hourglass foundation in the shade Golden, and I'm just applying this all over my face. Oh, before that, I also go in with my Urban Decay setting spray, just so that it makes it easier to blend out my foundation. Okay, so now I'm just going in with some rose water, and I'm kind of just spraying my Real Techniques beauty sponge. And as you can see, I was running out of that, so I went ahead and just sprayed some more Urban Decay settings around my face to make it easier to blend out. Okay, so a little while after blending the foundation, I kind of realized that it wasn't giving me the full coverage that I wanted. And usually with this foundation, you usually have to like put a couple layers on like the spots that you want to cover up more. So I was kind of frustrated, so I went ahead and went in with my Makeup Forever HD foundation and just kind of put that in the spots that I feel like I needed some more coverage. Oh, and I'm in the shade 128. Okay, so after blending that, I'm going in with concealer, and I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 20. And I'm just putting that under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead. Okay, so now I'm going to be going in with this soft matte liquid bronzer by Benefit, and first I just apply that on my hand, and then I'm going to be applying it with a sponge and then just blending that on my cheekbones. I use this liquid bronzer as like a base before I go in with my powder bronzer, and it just helps make sure that my bronzer stays there all day and still looks as pigmented as like when I first put it on versus like throughout the day. Sometimes it like fades. So I use that as a base. And then I'm just going in on my forehead as well, just a little bit, just like whatever was left over. And yeah. Now I'm just going in with my damp beauty sponge, and I'm just blending out the concealer that I had on my face. I usually like to blend out the concealer after I had applied a liquid bronzer, just so that if I happen to get my bronzer like too high onto my face, or like where it shouldn't be, I just go over it with the sponge and the concealer, and you can't even tell. Now I'm just going to be setting my concealer, and I'm going to go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I'm just using a smaller sponge, just to place that directly under the eye so that it doesn't get on my bronzer. And then I go ahead and just place that powder on the other places that I had concealed. Okay, so now I'm just going in with my Physicians Formula Bronze Booster in the shade Medium to Dark, and I'm just using a fluffy Morphe brush to just blend out where I had placed the liquid bronzer, and then just blending that out. Now I'm just going to be contouring my nose, and I'm going in with a Real Techniques shadow brush, and I'm just using the same bronzer, and then I'm just kind of contouring my nose a little bit. Now I'm just going back in with the same powder that I used earlier, and I'm just setting that contour. And then I just go back in with the same powder, and then just kind of sharpen up the bronzer just so that it looks a little more sharp, and I just kind of clean it up. And I just let that set for a while. Now I'm going to be going in with blush, and I'm going to be using my Real Techniques blush brush. And I'm going to be going in with Went Wild blush in the shade Apricot in the middle. Yeah, I guess that's what it's called, Apricot in the middle. And I'm just putting that all over my cheeks. And then I'm just going in with a foundation brush by e.l.f., and I'm just blending out that powder. I noticed I had like a dry patch on under my eye, and I was kind of pissed. Okay, so now I'm going to be setting my face with the Urban Decay setting spray, and I usually like to apply this before I go in with highlighter, and it just kind of intensifies the highlighter. And the highlighter that I'm going to be going in with is the Wet n Wild Boozy Brunch. And I'm just going to be using a fan brush to apply that highlighter. I apply it on the high points of my cheeks, on my nose, my face, my cupid's bow, and then, oh my god, I can't deal with my voice. And then I go in under my brow bone, and then, yeah. Now to just smoke out the eyeshadow, I go back in with the yellow shade that I used at first, and I'm just using a fluffy brush to blend that out, and then I eventually go back in with the greens that I used. Okay, so now I'm going in with mascara, and I'm going in with my Roller Lash mascara by Benefit, and I'm just blending my eyelashes with the falsies, and then I go back in and do my bottom lashes as well. Okay, now I'm going in with a lip liner, and I'm using the Milani lip liner in the shade Nude, and then I just line my lips, and I slightly overdraw my top lip because, I don't know, I just don't like the shape of my top lip. And then I'm going to be going in with ColourPop's matte lipsticks. First I'm going to be going in with, first I went in with Hotline, but then I went back to Ziggy. And that's the color that I'm going to be using all over my lips. Look at me, I look all confused. I'm like, don't want to do this lip, do I not want to? So then I go in and I place that all over my lip. And then I'm going to go in. Oh my god, I'm so indecisive. Like, I really couldn't even pick what lip color I wanted to do with this, because I'd never done green before. And then after that, I go in with Hotline, which is a lighter shade, and that just kind of makes the lipstick a little lighter. After that, I'm just going in with a Maybelline clear lip gloss. I don't know, I really wasn't feeling the matte look, so I went ahead and went in with just like a clear lip gloss just to add some shine to my lips. Okay, so this is the final look. I've never done green before, so this was really different for me, but I kind of like how it turned out, so yeah. If you like this look, then please subscribe and like the video. And thank you for watching. Bye!